Hello everyone, welcome back to another Middle-earth strategy battle report. Managed to persuade my wife again to have another game. Today's game is going to be 500 points. I'm playing as Minas Tirith and my wife is playing as the army of Gothmog. So should be an interesting game. So start off, I'll introduce the list. So this is my Minas Tirith list. My leader is Hurin, as you can see at the front, and he is leading a warband of 5 Knights of Minas Tirith with shield. Second warband is led by Ingold, and with him are 5 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield, 4 rangers with spear, 2 citadel guards with spear, and a warrior of Minas Tirith with a banner. My final warband is led by Madril, and he has 5 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield and 6 rangers of Gondor with spear. That is 500 points exactly, and that is 31 models total. And that's my list, so let's have a look at the army of Gothmog. So this is the army of Gothmog. Basically this legendary legion basically enhances all of Gothmog's abilities for his Age of Men is over and Time of the Orc has come, and then you lose your Mordo bonus. But it's quite good, especially if you're fighting against armies of men. Well, this is what it's supposed to use against. So, first warband and leader, we have Gothmog with a warg and a shield, just to let him stay around a little bit longer. And in his warband are 5 Morannon orcs with shields, and 1 more Morannon orc with a shield and a spear. And there are also 6 orcs with spear and an orc with a banner. Second warband is led by Goroth, so that's one of the orc models that were released in the Siege of Gondor book, or War in Gondor book. And with him are 5 Morannon orcs with shield and 6 orcs with spear. And the final warband is led by an orc shaman, and since he's a minor hero he can only have up to 6. So with him he has 2 Morannon orcs with shield and 3 orcs, and that's 500 points of Gothmog's army, or army of Gothmog, and it is 32 models total, so just 1 more than Minas Tirith. So we don't know what the scenario is yet, so we'll set up the board and then we will roll. So here's the map before deployment. We have rolled for the mission and it's called Seize the Prize. So as you can see, there's the objective right in the middle. That's what we're going to be fighting over, but we can pick it up, and the primary mission for this is to pick it up and then take it off the opponent's board edge. So a nice little clash this one's going to be. So we're going to roll to see who gets to deploy first, and then we'll be going into priority. So we are deployed. We have the shaman on the right flank, Gothmog in the middle, Goroth on the left. Opposing that, I've got Hurin on my left, Madril in the centre with all his archers, and then Ingold on the right. So we're rolling to see who has priority first turn. Good luck, Jen. Thanks. I get a 3. Oh. And Jen gets a 3, so we re-roll that. I get a 5. Jen gets a 1, so priority goes to good for turn 1. That is the end of movement phase. Cavalry have pushed up as far as they could, and all my other warbands are pushing up as well. Same again with the army of Gothmog lot, all pushing up as fast as they can. Jen tried to cast Fury on 1 dice and failed, so that's all that happened, and there's going to be no shooting this turn, so we're going back into priority roll, and I get a 3. And Jen gets a 4. So we have evil priority, and I'm not going to call any heroic actions. So going into movement. Movement, Fury is up for Jen and her orcs. So there's the shaman there. They're pushing around this way. This lot are pushing up to the centre objective, and again this lot on the left. I have counted with moving my guys into a battle line. This lot have not moved, and my cavalry are swinging around by here. So shooting phase, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a shot from Madril into Gothmog. So might as well roll my bows shooting. So right in front of me is Gothmog, so I'm hitting on 3s. So 1, 2 miss, and so that as many of that as hit. So now I need to randomise who is hit. So 1, 2, 3 is the mount. So 2 hit the Wag, and 3 hit Gothmog. So the Wag is defense 4, so I'm wounding that on 5s. The Wag is dead, and then I'm wounding Gothmog on, what's his defense? So it's 7 for a shield, so I need 6s by 4s. So there's 1 potential. No, so just the Wag. That's hit. So Jen needs to do a Thrown Rider test, and then we're back into priority. So Gothmog rolled a 4 for his dismount, so he's just on his feet. So we're going into priority. I get a 5, and Jen gets a 3, so it's good priority this turn. Movement's over, so I got a few cavalry charges in. They'd get counter charged by a lot of the infantry. So because it's the end of the movement phase, Jen gets 1 dice to see if she picks up the objective on a 4+. She gets it, so the objective has been picked up by that orc by there. So going into my shooting again, these guys moved half, so 6 shots. I'm just going to put them on the Moran and Orcs in front of me, and the last one will be the guy with the objective. And Madril, so hitting on 4s because I moved. So 1 hit, and it'll be a 6 to kill. No. My other 3 shots from this slot here that moved half, I'm going to put into Goroth, so hitting on 4s, and nothing. Elite Rangers. So now we're going into combat. So you're going to call any heroic combats, Jen? Or are you going to see if I do anything?
No.
Right. I'm going to call a heroic combat with Hurin. So, because Gothmog is within 6 inches of Hurin, as you can see here, his Master of Battles kicks off, so he can get to call 1, 2. So we both have to roll out. Well, I roll to see who goes first. So I get to go first, because the 6 means good goes first. So with this combat, Hurin on the charge has 3 dice, and he is against 2 orcs, because I'm facing play, I split the other orcs onto the other rider. So I have 3 dice, and I get a 3 high. So Jen, you have your 2 dice. We got that. So Jen gets a 3 as well, so I win on combat, but you have a banner within 3 inches, so you can get to reroll that too. And she gets a 3 again, so luckily I did win on the fight. So he gets pushed back, he gets pushed back, and he goes prone. So I get 2 loss of hit. So first 3, 6 kills him, and then I get and to move again. So unfortunately I was looking to try and go for the banner, so instead I will charge and clip these 2. Charge again, and then we're going into Gothmog's fight, and we'll just recap that one. So at the end of that, 4 orcs lay dead, and a knight of Minas Tirith has been killed. So we're going into priority again, and I get a 5, and Jen gets a 5, so it's evil priority. And I'm going to call a... I don't want to call anything, because Gothmog will just get a free counter anyway, but no, I'll leave it as this, so evil get priority. Jen has successfully stopped all my cavalry from charging, doubled up on most of them, so my infantry have to move in as well. Kind of a little bit of a crunch here by the woods, leaving me with just 1 shot. So this guy is just going to go for the Moran and Orc directly in front of him. So he didn't move, so I need a 3. I get a 3, and then I need a 6 to kill. That's a 1. Yeah, that's a 1. So no kills there, so we're going into the fight phase. Are you going to call any heroics, Jen? We'll get back to you. Combat, a lot of kills. Mordor, Army of Gothmog are on 7 dead now, and Minas Tirith are on 5. Gothmog is chomping his way through everyone. His his hatred of man is really playing a key part in this game, because he only needs 4s to hit defense 6 guys. So we're going into priority. I get a 4. Jen gets a 5, so she gets priority again. So I am going to call a heroic move with Madril, and no doubt Gothmog is just going to call it for free. So Jen rolls a dice. On a 1, 2, 3, you get to go first. 4, 5, 6, I get to go first. Evil get to go first. So in the movement, Gothmog got his to move first, so he went straight into Madril, so Madril's heroic move got cancelled, so the rest of Gothmog's army was able to move freely. So at the moment pretty much everything is in combat, apart from this little shield for the objective. So everyone is in, trying to protect Madril, because he tends to die a lot for me. But yeah, and as we know in the films, Gothmog was the one who finished him off. So there we go. So going into shooting, I have none, because everything is moved full. So we'll go into combat, and I not going to call anything. So it's up to Jen if she wants to call anything, and then get the counter. So going into combat. All the combats are done, but we've left Gothmog against poor Madril to the last, and so far a lot more kills again this turn. I'm rolling a lot of 6s for my wounds, which is nice, to the point now where I'm having to share my nice dice out with my wife, because she's saying that the other ones are not rolling so well, so we've had to do that. So Madril has 2 attacks, and he has 1 support, and Gothmog has 3 attacks. So roll them up, and I get a 5 high with Madril, and you get 3 dice. Jen gets a 6, so that will beat me on my fight value, because Gothmog is fight 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I can't stop that. So they back away, and Madril is defense 5. So Gothmog needs 4s to wound him, because he gets his +1 because hatred of man, and then 3 dice, yeah. And 2 wounds, so I get to roll my fate roll, and I get a 1, so Madril's dead. Because I've already used 2 points of might with Madril, so that is that. So going into the next turn, we have priority. I roll a 5, and Jen rolls a 5, so I get priority this turn. And I'll show you what the board is looking like. So this is how we're looking before movement. You can see Gothmog is imposing figure in the middle here, and you got everything over here. So do you want to call any heroic actions, so heroic moves or anything, so you get to move first, or are you happy just to be to counter? You want to move first. So do you want to call heroic move with? You'd have to call one with Goroth down here to move this slot, and then Gothmog over here. Okay to have them move second?
Oh, damn. It was good.
So you want them all to call a heroic move, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so a heroic move is being called with Goroth and Gothmog. So I'm not going to counter. So Jen will get to move these both first. So this is the end of movement. Everything again is engaged. No doubt Jen is going to call her time of the orc has come this turn, since everything's in combat. A lot of stuff in combat here, hero and hero clash. So going into the combat phase, I am calling a heroic strike with Ingold. So Jen, do you want to counter? So that means my fight value is going to go up. So do you want to leave it? You might even die if I win the fight, so do you want to counter with your own heroic strike? No.
Yeah.
Right, so we're both using Heroic Strike, so we'll do that one last. So Goroth is down a point of might, and so is Ingold. So 1 point might left. So we'll do all the combat, and then we'll come back to that one to see. Oh no, actually I might want to do that one first because he is trapped. So let's do that one now. So my fight value goes up from 4 to another 4, so I get 8, and Goroth is fight 5, and he goes up. He's fight 10, so he's higher than me. So let's roll to see what happens. So in that combat, I have just Ingold and a ranger, and I also have 2 more guys because they're up over there. And Goroth has 2 dice. So you want to roll your 2 because if you get a 6, you win. 5 high. I get 4, 2, and a 1, so I'm going to re-roll this 1 from my banner, and I get a 3. So I can't do anything with that. I should have re-rolled the 1 from Ingold. So yeah, they get pushed back. Or actually, they don't get pushed back because of Ingold. So Goroth makes his strikes. So Ingold is defense 7, and Goroth basically needs 4s to wound because he is +1 for the 2-handed. So 2 dice. So that's 1 4 and a 1, and you get to re-roll the 1 because of the time the orc has come. So just 1 wound luckily. So I'm going to use my point of fate. I get a 3, so I'll just take the wound and then we'll recap what else has happened. So as you can imagine, with the time of the orc has come, a lot of guys of mine have been killed. I'm not quite broken yet, but I probably will be next turn. Hurin lost his fight against the banner, which was great, and he also got wounded by the banner, but I managed to pass my fate. So going into priority, I roll a 5, and Jen rolls a 5, so it is evil priority. So I am going to call a heroic move with Hurin. So Gothmog's thing kicks off. So Jen, you roll a dice, 1, 2, 3, you get to go first. No, I get to go first on a 4. So I get to move quickly before Jen does. So again, got a movement phase where pretty much everything is in combat. Hurin has gone all the way over here. He's been charged by 2 orcs, so no charge bonus for him. And Gothmog's making his way over as well, so that's not good. And again, everyone is in combat. So going into the combat phase, I'm going to call a heroic strike with Ingold. So he still has 1 point of might left. And are you going to call anything to counter it with Goroth?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to call a heroic strike as well? Okay. So Goroth has no more might left. Okay, so I get a 6 with Ingold, so he goes up to fight 10. And you get to roll now for Goroth. It's a cock dice. Okay, so Jen gets a 6, so we both fight 10, so that's a bit better than normal. So we will leave that one to last since he's not trapped this time, and we'll crack on with the rest of the fights now. We forgot to roll the Goroth fight. Both rolled 6s in the dual roll, and then Jen had to roll to see who won the tie. Luckily, I've given Jen the good dice now, so she's been rolling high for the rest of the game now, so she rolled a 6. But I didn't get any wounds. Was tempted to use a point of might, but I need that. So, I am broken. Jen is not yet. So we're going into priority. And I get a 6, so it is my priority. You going to call any heroics, Jen, to move first, or are you going to leave it as it is?
Yeah, I will.
With Gothmog or the shaman?
Gothmog.
Okay, so you're going to call a heroic move, yeah? Okay. I'm going to call a heroic move with Hurin. So I roll a dice, and I get a 4, so I do get to move first. thankfully. So cut a points of might off for Gothmog and Hurin. So Hurin's got no might left. And I'm going to basically move Hurin on to get to the objective if I can, and then Gothmog will get the move. This is as it ended up. Gothmog still, Hurin got the move, so I managed to get onto the guy with the objective. Gothmog then moved, so he was able to push more guys onto Hurin. Goroth was one of them. So my counter move, I managed to peel off those two. So there's still 3 onto Hurin, but he will start rolling some good dice at some point. And everything else has moved. 2 of my guys did run away because I'm broken, so that's not good. So we're going into combat. I'm not calling anything. The only combat Jen could call is with the shaman, which would be her combat, so you can move him further along, or you'll just leave it. Save the point of might. It'll be 6 inches. All the guys in contact will be. Save it. Okay, right. Let's go into combat, and we'll save the Hurin combat for last, and I'll try and remember it this time. Again, another poor round of combats. I think I only managed to kill one thing, and Jen's killed a lot more. So this is the final fight. I have my 3 dice for my charging Hurin, and Jen has her 3 dice from her orcs. I need to kill 1 more orc to break her, so that's some points. And I'll see if I get the one with the objective. That would be nice. So let's roll them up. Now, Jen wins, she gets a 6 and I get 4, 2 and a 1. So now you also get to make your strikes. So Gothmog is within 12 inches, so you got 2 Moran and orcs. So he's defense 6. So it will be 4s for those 2. 2 dice needing 4s. No wounds, and then the other one will need a 5 because it's just a regular orc. No wounds, luckily. So he does back away. And that is it. So now we're going to priority again. 5. So I get priority, thankfully. So I called a heroic move with Ingold, the counter Gothmog's one. Luckily I won the roll off. So with my movement I did a follow me. So Ingold, or was it with me? I'm thinking of Flames of War now. So he charged the 2 orcs in front of him, and then one of the warriors was able to get around to charge Gothmog so I could keep my priority. So there we have a little clash of guys, and Hurin is charged into the objective again. And hopefully I will break the orcs this time, but this will be the last turn because 1 more kill and I'm down to 25%. So not good for me. So going into combat, and again we'll do Hurin's, and I'm hoping Hurin's luck will change this time. And I do have a banner with him, so if I fail this, I've really messed up. So combat phase, and none of us have any might in combat. The only might on the board left is the shaman, and he is behind this tree here. So there we go. Combat. So this is the last fight. I think this will determine the game. So I have my 3 dice from Hurin on the charge, and Jen has 2 dice from the orcs. So you roll your 2 from the orcs. Jen gets a 4 high, and I get a 6. So it gets pushed back, and if I kill him I get the objective, and he's knocked prone. So that is 6 dice, and I need a 5. Oh my god. I got 4. Yeah, I already get a 4, so that's not enough. Even prone, that's 6 dice. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2 and a 4. Yeah. So that is the last turn. We'll total up the points, and I do think Jen has beaten me. So the score stands at Jen with 4, because she's got 3 for being in her own half, and 1 for breaking me. And I get 1 point because I broke Jen as well. But the contrast is if I had killed that orc, I would have had 5 VPs and an extra 1 for having the objective in the opponent half. So it would have been 6-1. So thank you, Hurin. You've really messed up for me this game. Didn't do anything, and Ingold didn't do much either. But no, all credit to Jen. Her army was really good. Dice rolling even better. So yeah, did you enjoy that game much more, Jen?
It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I think Jen prefers winning. But yeah, good game. Hope you enjoy, and by now the subscribe button should be on the bottom of the screen. So yeah, please click that.